Franco, I guess what do countries and what can emerging countries do to ensure that they are competitive and they maybe emerge winners in this emerging digital economy that the whole world is heading towards?
Okay, there are many things that need to come together, but I would say three are probably the most important. The first one is the education that the countries can provide to the generation that comes. We call them the millennials, and it's the next wave after the millennials. And the way the education system of a country prepares these people to technology, to the way the labor market will look like in the years to come is one fundamental important element. The second one that government can and have to work on is the creation of an infrastructure which enables digital platform and global trade to develop and succeed. And we tend to think infrastructure in terms of physical infrastructure.
Ports, right?
That is important because goods continue to move in that way. But the virtual infrastructure is equally important. So the infrastructure is the infrastructure that enables transaction to occur, people to communicate to each other. It allows to take down the barriers of the countries, the space, and that is fundamental. And it's clear that one single company will not be able to deal with that, so the government needs to create that environment.
Okay.
And the third one is honestly financial, the financial market. I mean, the way the markets can seed and allow new companies to grow is the third element that will may help certain countries to go faster than others.
Yes, but financial markets, money is borderless, right? It's colorless, it's beyond religion, right? And so money will find good companies. So like a country like Myanmar, how long is it going to take for Myanmar to develop a mature financial market for it to compete, like what you're saying? So it sounds skewed. It sounds like some of the rules are skewed towards countries, which already have established financial markets.
Yes and no. So first of all, you can have open innovation networks of startups that can attract the interest of investors. And that can happen, and is increasingly happening in different parts of the world. It started in the Silicon Valley, and now I can mention some. Bangalore is on top of my mind, but it's not really the only one. There is a network of these hubs in many parts of the world. The second element is that there is this notion of crowd financing, which is an ability to direct money in where these companies are. Clearly, this will allow to supplement some of the shortage of the local financial markets. But the moment the local governments incentivize the creation of these financial markets, that will be a plus for any specific country.
Okay. Now, just your first point about education. I know it's quite high level. You said they need to ensure education is relevant. So a lot of people, when they talk about education being relevant for this digital economy, they especially talk about coding being the new, one of the 3 R's, right? Reading, writing, arithmetic. So, when you talk about governments getting education right, is it that there has to be an element of coding, digital literacy in that?
There is an element of digital literacy, but there's also an element of statistics in a modern way. So the ability to read through data, to develop algorithms, to understand the technology in a way that is really borderless. So it's not only about the technicality in its own merit, it's also the ability of the new generations to be immediately connected with the rest of the world. They tend to do that on their own. But clearly, if there is an education system that put them as citizens of the world already connected, that will accelerate. So it's a combination of business, social, and technical skills that educational systems will have to contemplate.
Yes, would you say that how traditional companies, in emerging markets adapt to digital, would that be one criteria you look at to say, this country is moving further ahead in its digital adoption?
I'm smiling because I have a different view.
Okay.
And my view is that the measure of success of a country in terms of evolution into the new is about the number of new companies that start up and grow and become successful.
Okay.
In my experience, the old companies, they will be extremely slow, and they will probably kill the new within their own body before it comes out.
Okay.
I have many examples, and the examples I have in mind are in retail in particular. You think
e-commerce in retail.
I think traditional retailers that failed to create a successful e-commerce at scale. You look at the successful e-commerce players today, the Amazon, the Alibaba, the Lazada and the others. They are all brand new in the industry.
Okay.
The old players have failed to create that from within themselves. And if you think about the fact that they already had the infrastructure, it's difficult to explain.
Yeah.
But the way to explain it is that they tried. It's not that they didn't.
Okay.
But the rest of the system didn't allow the new component to
flourish
and develop. The new have less constraint, and that's why I'm more on the more new businesses emerge, the more a country is embracing the new faster and with more likely success.
Okay, very good. Thanks a lot, Giancarlo. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.